Greetings, we're here for another adventure. I was going to start recording early in the morning, but honestly, we were sound asleep. I want to tell you what we're gonna do. This is gonna be really interesting. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna do. Like some kind of, maybe like a series of 4 videos. But I'll show you a little bit there, and what's it about. It turns out that, as you saw the last time we took a ride with those little cars behind us, those 4x4s, it was a ride with a purpose, and the purpose was to help soldiers who had gone through a really tough situation during this conflict on October 7th. This led to the idea, why not drive 1,000 kilometers with these vehicles? But with the purpose of visiting interesting places in the desert that are related to the Bible, and places where no one has ever filmed before, because they are very difficult to reach. So we've taken on this challenge, so here we are. We're gonna try to do our best, the very best we can. I want to tell you that we are starting today in the city of Ashkelon. The city of Ashkelon is also one of the cities mentioned in the Bible. And there was a judge named Samson who had an encounter with Delilah and the city of the Philistines. From there, we started to move to the side, east of the land of Israel, toward the territory where Moab is, the Moabites. But we stopped right now. Where is the site of Hebron, the place of the patriarchs where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are buried? Leah, Sarah, they are buried here. I am on the mountain called Mount Hebron, and from here you can see very little. Not long after, we will show you a bit of the wall there, but you can see it back there. Part of Hebron. The city of Hebron is divided in two. On one side is the Jewish part, and on the other side is the Arab part. So we are right in the southern Arab part, but we are in Israeli territory. Now, many of those who are with me are in prayer time, the morning prayer. I'm going to turn the camera around a little so you can see, and I can show you a bit of this time we're having here. While I talk to you, I'll give a quick tour and turn the camera around. First, let me say to get here.
Well,
It was a tough challenge, but we did it. Take a good look at this. It's interesting. The people of Israel are very skilled in making all kinds of crafts. So look here, a structure that looks like a piano, and it's in honor of someone, some soldier or someone. It's written there in Hebrew. Later I'll take the time to get closer and read it, and I'll explain it to you in more detail afterwards. Now, well, the temperature we're going to have these days in the desert is indeed cold. It is cold, and we're going to be talking about temperatures of 5 or 6 degrees. And we're going to have night routes. That means we're going to be traveling a lot, 1,000 kilometers. Remember, 1,000 kilometers. Here are the guys praying. Remember that in the prayer of the Hebrew people, you need 10 men to be able to do the morning prayer. One of the prayers, we have 3 prayer times, and this is one of those prayer times. So here we make this pause with this incredible view as well. Obviously, they are more focused on the prayer and not on the view. We also just finished our time. I'm here with my son, and so we finished our time of taking a moment for prayer as well. And here we are. This place is called Mitzpah Noam, Noam Observation Point, and it's in memory of a sergeant of the Israeli army, Noam Rosenthal. Well, now we're going to show you a little bit of what we've been able to experience so far. A lot of cold, a lot of water, a lot of mud, but the landscapes are absolutely incredible. They're calling us for prayer time, breakfast, so we're gonna have breakfast here, a coffee, a sandwich, something like that, so we can keep going. Out of the 1,000 kilometers, I think we've only done about 40 so far, so we still have quite a few kilometers to go. So stay here, because this is going to be pretty interesting. And I'm going to show you a little bit, biblically, the places we're going to be visiting as well. So here we go.
Let's go.
Technical stop.
And
here refueling. In a bit, we'll continue. It was tough. This part was tough. The adventure continues. No communication. Day 2, we're here. Making a coffee stop, and we're already getting started. We're somewhere in the desert. Egypt is over there. We're heading that way. From that spot, you can't see anything, right? But that's Jordan. We're here, right? Exactly in the middle, so we keep going around. These guys are terrible. All set. for watching the video. After walking for about an hour and a half. So you get an idea. We're going at about 100 kilometers per hour over the rocks of the Judean desert, and now we're already in the Larabah desert. Look, all of this is rock, 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 rock. And here, when it rains, the famous shitfanot are known, the torrents of water that come strong, and all of this that's behind me. Now all of this fills with water when the torrents come, and these torrents of water actually come from those places over there. Look, when the water starts to fall, it starts to fall into that kind of hole. It falls there. It comes down between these sides, you see, and from there, all the water starts to fall. And from here, that's the beginning of what would be like the river. During winter, all of this is completely filled with water. Notice also there, where you see a lighter color on the rock, that's the place where more water flows. Very interesting. Now I'm going to go a little further in to show you a bit of what's over there. So here we go. Alright, here are the guys. It looks like we're investigating something, doesn't it? Over there, dressed in white, it seems like we've arrived on a strange planet. Let's see, let's check it out. But it's not a strange planet, that's Israel. I'll say it again, the water that flows down there, all this where they're walking would be like a river. We're in a dry riverbed. This is a dry river. And when there's a torrent of water, heavy rain on the side of Jerusalem, the northern side of Israel, it all starts to flow down through here. And all this water ends up going toward the area of the Dead Sea. Now, they're gonna take some time to pray here again, but I want to walk a little further. I'm still walking around here. Honestly, this is just incredibly amazing. Look at these rocks. Oh, and this is important. What you see here in white, light blue, or white. Look over here. There's another one that also has white, light blue, and white. That's how you can guide yourself to walk through there. Which means it's allowed, that it's not a dangerous path, but that you're allowed to walk around here. It is, huh? It's called Shvil Yisrael. The Shvil Yisrael is like the Israel Trail. Two different types of rocks. Look, this rock is forming over time, and as time goes by, it's turning into a rock like this one, which is later called stone, conglomerate in Hebrew, but here there are several types of rocks. Look up there, coming out there, and if we keep walking, look, it's a kind of cave. I don't know if you can see it well with the camera, but it's like a kind of cave. I imagine that when the water falls there, it gives a good back massage. Look at the color. You can see what's left there from the moisture. Who knows how long that's been there? I definitely wouldn't want to be here when the water arrives, because it comes with incredible force. It sweeps away everything in its path. Well, in a while we're going to arrive at another place called the Disappeared Lake. We're going to go see it, and we're going to reach the Red Rocks area, which was where Solomon had discovered a way to make riches, where he could exploit all of that. We're going to go over there, and finally we're going to finish today at the Red Sea. Today is our day 2 of this whole experience we're having here in the Negev Desert and the Arabah Desert. I'll keep showing you more, so you can see how I look. This is how I look. This is to protect me from the dust, and this is also to keep covering myself from the dust. And it's to cover myself. Here I have my hat to protect me from the cold, and this covers my whole neck, my whole throat. This is information, so you know that you can't just come here for no reason and wander around for no reason. You have to be well prepared. And obviously, representing the state of Israel. Alright, that's it. Let's continue.
Azania Madeline, no, is that you, Shorty? These Argentine girls are breaking me.
Thank you for watching the video. Where is he going to be here?
Where is he going to be here? He's going to be there. Where is he going? Where is he going?
Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. We just stopped to take a break while breakfast is being prepared here. Look over there. Some eggs over there, and on the other side, a sandwich. We're in this building, okay? Interesting. Old. I don't know who came up with the idea to build this house. There's no sign here. We don't really know what it's about. I'm gonna take on the task of finding out who built this house here, because honestly, they had a really interesting vision. He apparently disliked having neighbors or living near others. Just look at the view and scenery. I mean, one thing is not having neighbors. I don't like neighbors, but another thing is wanting to live with this view. The view is incredible. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if I can show you what I see with my eyes naturally. Let's see if you can see there, like a kind of small tree-lined path coming. And that's a kind of stream. A stream that's dry again today, but at some point water flows through it. Look! Look at this, look. Look at the image, or rather the view that these people had, the ones who decided to live here. Look. Total silence. If you come here, I don't know what to think, whether it's 6 a.m. or 4 p.m. Obviously, there's no vehicle noise, no noise at all, not even animals or anything, and you keep watching? As for the view, I mean, you come to see the water coming, and going, because the water would go that way. Look. So, you're here on the side where the water went. And here it comes. All the time. I'm gonna go run water, like a kind of sea, and you're on this side. Amazing. I'm going to keep walking a little bit here to see what's there. Not to see, but to show you all. Look.
Well, thank you.
And even parking for visiting friends. What I do notice, huh? What? Look, this right here. They knew how to manage time. It's a sundial. So they did know how to manage their time. Because, of course, you're here in the middle of nowhere and you need to know what's going on, when the day is going to start and when it's going to end. Well, family? Time for breakfast.
No.
Well, I'm now inside the building of this construction, where we just took our break and had breakfast. This is a room. I'll walk around here. Second room, thanks. here's a third room. Entrance door and exit door, or entrance door and exit door. The other way around? The interesting thing is that among the 3 rooms, only one of them has an exit. 2 of them are completely closed. Well, we made it to the area near the border with Jordan. Look. There's that viewpoint over there. The idea is to go up there. To show you what you can see on the other side of the mountain. Well, not the mountain, but the lands of Jordan. Remember, that's where the Moabites and Ammonites were. There, we'll see how we get there.
Meanwhile, here we are, still going around. Let's go.
Well, as I told you, here we are going to the border area. On this side is Israel. All of that is Israel. And this is the area where the security is. And on the other side, you can see Jordanian territory. Here it says there's a danger of drowning. If you can see the sign that people can drown, that's what it says. But how can you drown if there's no water? No. I repeat, when there are what are known here as jitfanot, torrents of water, the water runs, but very, 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 very strong. Very strong. And then, of course, look at the people. Imagine being swept away by water or knowing someone who has... Don't you think so? We have had experiences of... in these last 2 winters here in Israel, of people who were swept away by the water and unfortunately died. No. Now I'll keep showing you. A little bit up. Let's walk. I'll turn it off now and back on at the top. All right, look. There's the border.
Through Jordan.
There's the soldier.
Come on, we've got it.
Thank you.
The guys say they're watching us. The soldier is watching us with binoculars. That building you see there, that's Jordan. That's a swamp, obviously. If you go in there, you'll get stuck. Like you said, quicksand and shifting ground. At some point up ahead is the tomb of Aaron. In February, we'll enter from the Jordanian side with the group of buses.
Jordanian.
We continue.
Egypt.
Egyptian border awaits us.
Where is it?